He needed to stop this trick he was playing on them. But how? What could he do? He was less than 2 feet from where his parents sat, but guilt over his mother's tears pushed down on the hands that would reach out and touch her and let her know he was there. It weighted down the tongue that would sing her name and free her from fear. There was no way, his 5-year-old mind figured, that he could let them know that it had all been a joke. He could never explain to them that this was all meant to be fun. Not just fun, a celebration. After all, he had done it. For 3 years now, his mother and father had been trying to teach him to become invisible, to become the unseen. That was the name the boy's father gave to it. He said the words with a fantastic tone. He spoke with his hands in the air, sweeping back and forth gently like he was playing some magical instrument. "You will become the unseen," the boy's father said. He added an almost spooky, "Oh," to the end of it sometimes. "You'll be unseen and safe for as long as you live," his father said. Can you even imagine it? It was the words, unseen and safe, that made his father smile. It was the boy's favorite smile, like he was watching his father gain everything he had wanted out of his life. Unseen and safe. Sanctified words. "What should we do?" his mother asked her husband. "Should we just call it quits?" replied the boy's father. He put a spindly hand on his forehead and looked very dramatic all of a sudden, the way people in movies sometimes did. And, yet, the boy thought he saw the beginnings of a smile hiding in the shadows of his father's face. "I mean," the boy's father continued, "if he's gone, maybe we should make like a banana and split. We could pack it all up and head out west somewhere. I hear they got tons of kids out there who need a fine set of parents like us." The boy's mother smiled, as though her husband had told a joke. Humor was one of his gifts. His jokes painted the walls of his family's home in brushstrokes of laughter. But, in spite of the fact that he knew his father was trying to be funny, the boy heard his words and imagined his parents leaving him, and, once again, the sea of fear swelled up inside of him. "No, no, no," said his mother. And just like that, the fear ebbed. "You're right," his father said. "We can never leave him. He's just too great. No other kid in this world like him. So what should we do?" "I have an idea," the boy's mother declared. Excitement filled her voice and spilled over into the boy. His mother always had the best ideas. "We'll cook everything he likes to eat. All of it. One big meal like they used to do back in the old days. And the smell of it will go out all over the world and find him. That'll bring him home." The boy almost cheered. A great dinner of all his favorite things, all of it spread out on the kitchen table, one dish after the other. The idea that the smell of the foods he loved could go out into the world and bring him home. It was like something from one of the books he read at bedtime. All myth and dream and splendor. The boy's father leaned back for a moment and looked at the mother through squinted eyes. "His favorite foods," he said, stroking his dark, narrow chin. "You reckon that'll work?" "I know it will," his mother said. "He'll smell them. The chicken, the macaroni and cheese, maybe even a sweet potato pie or two. He can never turn down sweet potato pie." "Pie, you say?" The boy's father licked his lips. "You could be on to something with this scheme of yours. It's got legs, I think. Just like you." He kissed his wife's neck, and she laughed the light, lilting laugh that she sometimes did late at night when the two of them were alone in their bedroom with the door locked. "Stop that," she giggled. "I don't know," the father said, his mouth a wry grin. "I still think we might could go out west and find a new kid. I hear they make some out there that actually like to eat their vegetables." The mother laughed, and the boy almost laughed too. "No," she chuckled. "We'll cook, and he'll come back to us. Just you watch." She stood then and brushed off her old dress as she always did, and she went into the kitchen. For a moment, the father stayed in the living room and stroked his chin again. "Well, kid," he mused, "wherever you are in this world, I hope that you know that I would never move out west and try to find another son. You're the only ankle biter I could ever want." Then he stood and went into the kitchen and began helping his wife.